We're going to do something just a little bit different in today's episode. Instead of taking you out and showing you a bunch of houses and some things that we do, I want you to meet some of our guys. I can come up with some of the coolest designs on houses, and we can come up with some very technical things that we do and show you and brag about it, but it doesn't happen unless the crew. I'm too old. I can't get back out there and do it again. My crew, when you look at them, you'll think, man, these guys are young. And to me, when you get to my age, you know, everybody's a baby. And so they're all 20-somethings, but you will be, your faith in the next generation will be restored. They are hard workers. They are smart as they can be. I cannot give them a challenge that they don't rise to. I'm so impressed with what they've been able to do. So we're going to go out into the field and meet Ben and Caleb and Jacob and let them explain to you a little bit about who they are, what they do, and you know, just really get to be able to know them just a little bit. And as you see them then on the next videos that we do, you'll be able to feel a little bit more, you know, relationship with them. I think you'll really enjoy meeting them. It's really amazing when you look at the people that we've put together as a team. You'd think with the types of things that we do, I think on our last episode we showed you a 30-foot tall wall that we did. Those guys got to be engineers to be able to work in something like that, and they're not. So if you're interested in the ICF industry at all, if you're interested in Southwest Missouri ICF, I want to talk to you. The skill set that you need is a willingness to work, an ability to learn. I don't care if you have construction knowledge. I don't care if you know which side of the hammer to pick up. If you are smart and have the ability to learn, we will teach you. We have a certification process that we go through for all of our installers, and I will pay you to do that, to get certified. So if you're interested, after you watch these guys, you might be more interested to see what you're able to do too. So I hope you enjoy what they talk about, and I'll see you on the other side.
I jumped out to the field, started working with several different contractors, and kind of got an idea of what the construction industry was like. But quickly realized within 2 years that if I wanted to go further, I would have to either intern under somebody who had more knowledge than with the guys that I was working with, or get some more education. And so that's what I did. I went to North Arkansas College in Harrison, Arkansas. After graduating from college, I realized, you know, it's about time to start getting back in the field. And that's when I got a call from my uncle who lives in Springfield and said, hey, there's this guy named David Samples who's looking for, you know, good workers to help build his team. And I said, okay, well, let me check it out and see what I think of the job. The vision that he has, and simply that vision is to build the best houses in the area. And that's exactly what we're doing with our technologies. The way the processes that we use to build these houses is second to none in the area. And the perks of this job, to me, is number one, the crew. The crew that we have is really just absolutely amazing. We've got good guys that even if they don't have a whole lot of experience, they've come on this job site with just vision, innovation, and just really good attitudes as a whole. And so we've got a really good team built, and it's just an honor as a crew leader to be able to lead a team of guys who has that sort of mindset. So since coming on the job, you have just been a tremendous worker. You've proven yourself to be a great leader, a great example to the other guys. We really appreciate your skill set that you offer to us. So just tell me, what do you think about the work experience here with ICF Walls of the Ozarks?
Oh, it's a great experience. You know, it may not look like a whole lot is going on during, you know, the day, but there is a lot going on. There's, you know, all different types of
Lots of houses going on.
Yeah, and everyone's different, and that's what I appreciate about it is, you know, you're never at a point where you know everything. There's always going to be a learning curve or something else that you can improve on. And and that's what I like, is coming up with those ideas, coming up with ways to be more efficient and faster, and more, and just better in general.
Absolutely, bro. Well, that's what I really appreciate about you. You're always trying to think of better ways to do things. Like on this house that we're working on right now, you thought of you and another guy even thought of a better way to do the brick ledge that we've never done before, because we were having issues with that with our previous houses. So that's awesome. Whoa, easy. A little bit more. Right there. Next.
It's been a great time. I love, using my hands, hands-on worker, hands-on learner. So being in an environment like this, it's fun to be able to be creative and learn a lot and still be productive, feel like I'm doing something with my life. Right. And it just creates a really good ground to create a lot of good bonds with the guys I work with. I love them all. We really do have a band of brothers here.
Yeah, it's
we get a lot of stuff done. It's really rewarding work, and just all around, it's a really cool way to see a house go up, and the benefits that we hear about for them, between the wind resistance and all of the other stuff. Like they're honestly truly feats of engineering that are just really interesting to put together and learn about. So I actually thought I would want to go into like furniture making or cabinet making, something like that. So that's what pushed me into the door to the construction technologies. But then God had a different path for me, and now I'm here and I love it.
It's not exactly cabinet making, but it is very rewarding. I will say that,
yes,
especially when you see the big pump truck come in and strip the house of all the frame, all the structural framing that you have with it, and it's just walls. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see. What do you think of our crew in general, and what David has put together as far as the business? What do you think sets ICF Walls at the Ozarks so much apart from other construction?
Honestly, when it comes down to it for me, the reason I bounced around jobs so many times was because I felt like no matter how hard I worked or who I was working for, that I would always hit this point of, that I've already peaked at this job. I can't go anywhere else. I never felt like I could move up. I didn't feel like I was respected by those who were above me that, were able to give me those positions of authority or of just more responsibility. And that's something that right off the bat, David, has shown to me. I walked in and, tried my hardest to show like, hey, I'm here to get stuff done.
Right.
And since then, David has been very consistent with, showing that he sees that. And I think that's something that really resonates deeply for me, because I don't want to be somebody who's out there just working for, 42 bosses and, I'm just another expendable worker. I feel like I actually have a place here. I feel like with all of the guys that we have, especially with our current 6, like we have a very good synergy and a strong bond, just even beyond the workplace, but just as individuals, like we can all get along very well. The work environment stays pretty stress-free. Even with things going up and going wrong, like we just all have a really good mindset to stay together and get the job done and keep focused. And the respect from David and the respect from my peers are really what keeps me.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, it really is family here, and we really appreciate what you offer to us. I mean, you're an incredible worker. I remember reaching out to my former instructor, Zirkle, who taught you as well, and saying, hey, I'm looking for help, and he's like, I know a guy.
So I hope you enjoyed meeting 3 of our guys. As you probably were able to hear, they are very intelligent. All 3 of those guys did go to technical school, graduated from a program in construction. It's not required to be on my crew, but these 3 guys did. None of them learned how to do ICF in school. One of their instructors loves ICF, wants me to come and talk to his class about ICF, but they don't do anything more than just go over a chapter. So ICF is something that is very much expanding and growing in our part of the world, and really all over the country, all over the world. So if you're interested, we'd love to talk to you. One of the things that you'll see, though, I hope you saw whenever the guys were talking. On one of those clips, they were in the snow. One of the clips, they had coats on. The guys do work in all the elements. A couple of weeks ago, it was 7 degrees outside, and they worked all day long. They are hard-working guys. When it's hot, when it's cold, when it's wet, when it's muddy, when it's snowy, they work. We have plenty of work. So if you're looking for something where you can use your skill set, where you can learn something that is just cutting edge in construction, we'd love to talk to you. So in the next episodes, we'll be going back out in the field again and being able to see some of the houses that we're working on and actually seeing some of the techniques that we use that are different from really anybody else that's doing ICF. If you enjoy what you're seeing, we would ask you to subscribe to our channel, to ring the bells and bang a gong or whatever it is that you do, and then we'll see you again next time.